Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Here's Marvel United, the Guardians of the Galaxy Remix. You can see a pretty nice box. I think it's very striking, the boxes they have in the set. You're going to have a rule book here. You can see it's just a one-pager that you're going to have. It's a little bit of an introduction on this page. Not a whole lot to see here, but a picture of all the contents and the Plan B challenge. The Plan B challenge, other than the extra people that you're getting, is what's going to be in this. That's going to be a little bit different. Very easy to read. You need but a minute to read that, and you'll be up and running. You can see the insert here. All the inserts have the Marvel United on it, which is kind of nice there. And then you take a look. So we're going to get Ronan. He's going to be the villain here. 5/9/12 for health. Special rules: when a hero is KO'd, they get a KO token. That's going to be important in this one. As Bam is dealt 2 damage to one hero in his location. The heroes can choose. And the heroes lose when the group has 4 KOs. So as he KOs you out and you get that token, everything else will work the same. But if you get 4 of them, then you're going to lose. Your overflow, bandits or bystanders tokens can't be added to a location. You deal damage for each hero token that can't be added. So that will be any bear. You don't have to just be in the location. So Ronan can be pretty tough there. You're going to get some new locations. Collector's Museum, you may discard an action token to draw a new one. Morag, you may gain a wild token. Xandar, you may draw 3 cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. Seen these before. We got Nowhere. You may discard an action token to gain 2 action tokens of your choice. So it's only going to help you if you happen to have those, but some of these characters luckily will give it to you. Milano, you may move to any other locations. The Jats are very thematic there. And Clint, you may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to place a token from any pool on its threat. So that can be very good. So these are some nice new locations. They're the ones with the blue bars, which is very nice that you can have in there. So the first thing you notice is you're going to get some new challenges and threats that you're going to have here called a Plan B. And what these are going to do is very simple. The rules are printed on here. Is you're going to put these down instead of the normal clear threats. And if you're able to clear all 3 of these, you can see it takes up a lot more. Then you would immediately win the game. So you don't even have to beat the villains. This is another way to win the game if you want to include this challenge mode in, and it's included in this box, of course. So here's the Ronin cards that you're going to see, and he's going to have his own set of threat cards. Let's check these out. Move counterclockwise to the location with any hero. So he's going to, a lot of these are going to go where he's going to go straight to where the heroes are at. Deal 1 damage to each hero there. You can kind of see move counterclockwise to the next location with heroes, and you're going to see that happen a lot. And he's going to move to the other location with heroes a lot and then add people to every location with the Kree Law, which is going to be very, very tough to do. And so these are going to build up on you quite a bit. And he's going to go to your location where heroes are going to be quite a bit. So he's going to follow you around, which is very, very tough. So here are the threat cards. You're going to get 6 of these as normal. You get Kree Elite Force. You can see it takes a lot of attacks. It's a little bit different than some of the other ones. Each bandit location requires 2 damage to be defeated. You're going to get 2 of those. And then 1 of each. This is the first time I'd seen this. Heroes starting their turn in this location take a damage. You need to stay away from that unless you can finish it off. And then heroes using a movement to lead must use 2. Once again, it's 1 of each type. So Ronin I find to be a very difficult villain. So if you're looking for a villain that is difficult, this is definitely it to me. I think he's very hard to beat, and he'll be adding up those KOs to defeat you. So let's take a look at the miniatures here. You're going to see him with his big hammer here that he'll have. Not a lot of detail on the back of it. You do have the swing cape, but these are chibi, so not a tremendous amount of details that you're going to see. We'll have Star-Lord here, who's one of my favorite characters in the series. I really like him in the MCU, and that's a great action pose there with him going both ways. And you can see the debris down here by his legs as he comes through. So very happy with what he looks like. Then you're going to have Rocket. Of course, he's screaming, shooting a giant gun. And he's kind of perched on top of some space junk there, which is really cool with his tail going. It looks a little thinner, but it actually holds up, and this is very durable. As you can see, if you drop this, you are not going to break it with most CMON miniatures. And then you're going to have Groot, and he has a word for you. I am Groot, right? That's what he always says. And you can tell he's a little bit bigger in scale than, say, Rocket. So that's very realistic of how he is, but not oversized or they did anything dumb with it. But you can see a lot of details here on his back because he's made of wood, right? And you can see that on the top. So very cool miniature there. Last but not least, one of my favorite in the set is Gamora. So she looks really cool and has that flowing hair. Some details on the back. You can see the lines there. And then her double-edged sword-like thingy there is really cool. So you can see some extra debris down here. They didn't go cheap on the bases, so they actually put stuff down there to give it a really cool look. And then you're going to have the 4 KO tokens. These are just cardboard, but nice enough. I mean, these are really big, and they kind of have that comic book feel to them. And then we'll take a look at these cards. These will be Star-Lord that you'll have. And you're going to have give one of the tokens from the pool to another hero on his wild. Some movements and attacks. You can see some of the artwork is used again. It's common in the series, but I do like that quite a bit. And he can give tokens to other problems, so he's a problem solver. So he's going to have 3 of those that are exactly the same. But I like Star-Lord. You know, that's nice giving tokens to other players, but his 3 cards are exactly the same, which is kind of a letdown for somebody that I like quite a bit. Then we'll take a look at the Groot cards here. And you're going to have the common ones. But he's going to have some here. I am Groot. You know the hero deer attack in your respective locations. I like this a lot, especially when you have a lot of, if you're fighting somebody that puts a lot of the bandits out. You know the hero draw a card. It's really good if somebody's taking damage. You can kind of heal them up. And you're going to get a couple of those. We are Groot. Another I am Groot. Move any other hero to a location adjacent to them. You know the hero deer it attacks. You know how to draw a card. So move to another hero location. So a lot of these, they're going to keep doubling, have powers on it. That makes Groot really fun to play because a lot of his have the power cards and they're utilized quite a bit. You're going to have Gamora here. You can see nice green skin there. And you're going to have kind of a number of things, a lot of attacks and movements. Each wild or attack token you spend this turn gives you an additional attack. So if you can get her with Star-Lord who gives away those, give them to her because she can use them twice, which is really nice. Deadliest in the galaxy. So you have another one of those. And 3 of those are the same on her. So her and Star-Lord going together, which is nice because they're a couple, work really well together. Then you're going to have Rocket here. So you're going to have some wilds, give a token, or your action tokens can be used twice this turn. So that's really good. If you want to get playing him with Star-Lord, you give him a token, and he can use it twice also. So very good. Lots of attack, as you would expect from Rocket. Very attack heavy. And then the raccoon senses gain a wild or convert a number of action tokens your own into wild. So you can make those wilds, which can make him very flexible, and Rocket can be a really good one to have. So what do I think of the Guardians of the Galaxy remix? So I think he's a very good villain, and if you want a difficulty, I think he's a little bit harder than some of the rest of the ones. I do think this set works really good together. It is weird that Gamora is the only one that's not on the cover here. Isn't that weird? I do like how Star-Lord works with him. Groot is a really good character because he has a lot of those individualized actions, so that's really cool. I think that's really fun. Other than just playing the icons, you get his little bit of powers. But Star-Lord works really good with Gamora and with Rocket because he gives away the tokens, and then they can double up the tokens and do fun things with them. So I think they work really well together. There are some notable, Drax isn't in here. But the locations are neat, and this is just kind of what you would call your classic expansion. More characters, another bad guy, some new locations, and about what you would expect from it. The lineup is Guardians of the Galaxy centered, so if you like them, I think this is going to push it up a little bit for you. And if you are crazy about the Guardians of the Galaxy, then this would be one of the top ones you would get. Otherwise, it's just a normal expansion. You're going to get some new heroes, you're going to get a new villain, some new locations, and you have that challenge mode. So that challenge mode is kind of cool that you can either defeat the villain or meet the 3 challenges, which are harder now than they are in the base game. So a little bit extra here that you would get, and I find this to be a fine expansion that I would add in. And I do really like Guardians of the Galaxy, so it's up for me. And that's kind of what you're going to get in here. And whether you would look forward to this or not really is going to be whether you like the Guardians of the Galaxy or not.